there, this is Nabila with WPVR, and today I'm going to show you an overview of WPVR free and pro version. Now, we've already created 2 videos regarding this before. In the first one, we have shown you a bit overview, and in the second one, we have done a free versus pro comparison. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a bit of a tutorial and an overview of all the settings that we have in WPVR. And recently, we have updated some of the features and made WPVR more professional for agencies, single virtual tool creators, and for different industries. So today I'm going to go over every single feature that we have and one of the add-ons that we have in the pro version. So keep watching and let us know in the comment box if you have any questions. So first I'm going to show you the free version of WPVR and the overall features that we have. So first let's go to the WPVR dashboard here. So this is the new dashboard that we have. Now you can see that the new dashboard is much more intuitive than the previous one. So here we have the add new tour option here. You can also copy the short codes from here. You can see the type is given here. You can see the author and you can see the date it was published. So this is more intuitive and you can also do bulk actions from here as well. So let's edit one of the virtual tours here, right? So let's say the 4th point CA. So if you go there, you can see let's zoom this out, and this is overall how the backend looks. So you can see that I have 3 scenes here. You have the Hotspots tab, then you have the settings tab, you have the video tab, you have the floor plan. So this is these 4 are the pro features. So let's go back to the scenes tab and let me show you the options that we have. So here you have the options to upload scenes, then you have the option to set this as default. You have the scene ID here, then you have the hotspot here. So here you have the hotspot ID. You can edit the pitch and yaw. If you click here, you can copy the pitch and yaw from here, and then you have the hotspot type, URL, you have the on click and on hover contents. I'm going to explain this as we go. Then we have the settings tab. You can add the layout here. So this is for the pro version. Then you have the scene fade duration. So this is how the scene will be faded if you change it. Then we have the scene transition, that's in the pro version as well. You can add the preview image here. So you can upload a specific image here. Then you have the auto rotation option. You can set it up as your default direction, or you can customize the speed and direction of the auto rotation. Then you have the visibility option here. Then you have some advanced control buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and show you them later. All right. So then you have the video option, 360 video option. So if you enable this entire tour will be gone and you have to add a new video. So I'm not going to click that now. So let's go to the dashboard once again and let's click on add new tour. So this is a brand new tour. All right. So you can name the tour from here. So let's say this is a real estate tour. Then I want to add scene ID here. You can see that previously we didn't generate the scene ID automatically, but now you have the option to add the scene and a scene ID will be added by default. Now here I want to change this to scene 1. Then I can upload from here, or I can upload a scene from this option as well. So let's say this one. Then I want to add some of the images from here. So should I add 1 or 2? Let's add 1 for now. All right. So I want to add this. You can see that the preview option has already showing me how the tool would look in the front end. So it's really easy to create. You don't have to click twice or thrice to get the preview only. So that's pretty convenient. Then if I go to the hotspot tab, I can add a hotspot here. So let's say I want to add a hotspot of the bed. Now here I can write the hotspot ID as bed, then I can click the pitch and yaw, and you can see that how faster it is to add a hotspot. Then you can change the hotspot type as info or scene. Now currently I'm in the free version, so I only have 2 hotspot types. So then you can add a specific URL. So let's say you are running a furniture shop and you want to show this bed on your store. So you can add the URL from here. You can click to open the link in the same tab or in another tab. If you don't enable this, the link that you add here will be opened in another tab. Now here you can add on-click content. So let's say my on-click content is this is a bed. So if you click on the content here, then only the hotspot content will appear. Otherwise it will be as it is. You can add images, videos, links, then you can add tables here, you can add bullet points, you can customize the contents however you want, and that is same for the Hoover content. So that's how easy it is to add the hotspots here. All right, so let's go to the settings tab. Now here you will find some of the options like uploading an image. So you can set the tour image as the one you added here. You can add the auto rotation and you can publish the tour. So I'm going to publish it and I'm going to host it in a page. So let's say I want to add a new post. This is the one. Let's customize the width and the height. Publish this. Let's view the post. So you can see that the post has been published here, and if you click on it, the content appears. So that's how easy it is to create a virtual tour using WPVR free version. All right. So let's go ahead and let me show you some of the advanced options that we have in the Pro version. Now I'm going to go ahead and activate the Pro version here. So I'm going to go back and go to the tours and then edit the tour that I've created priorly. So here is the real estate tour. And now you can see that in the scenes tab, I have multiple options that was not before. So the first option that we have is the title. Now you can give a scene title here however you want. So let's say the title is bedroom. Then you can add an author URL so that you can take your users to the person that took the photo, or maybe to the real estate link that you have. Then you can change the vertical angle and the horizontal angle of the view. So this is basically if you want to showcase partial panorama on your WordPress website. Then you have the default scene face. You can keep it as on. Let's say this is the scene face that you want to add, then you can do that by keeping it on. Then you can limit the vertical and the horizontal scene grab. Then you can also customize the zoom. So if you want your users to zoom in totally, you can do that. This is selected as default, or you can customize it however you want. If you click this on, you can see that you can select the maximum and minimum zoom numbers. So I'm going to keep it off. Then I'm going to show you how to add multiple scenes here. So if you add on this, you can add multiple scenes in a specific virtual tour. You can see that the preview option has appeared automatically. Now let's say you want to showcase different flats of an apartment. So you can do that with multiple scenes, and you can see that the scene ID has been generated automatically. Then you can add multiple scenes however you want, and I'm going to show you another option here, and that is the visibility. Now you can edit your visibility as public private or password protected. So if you add a specific password here, let's say 123, and keep it, then only if someone enters the password, they can view the tour. So you can edit the password protection from any of the tabs. You don't have to be in the scenes tab, and you can add and upload image from this button as well, or you can add this from this button. And you also have the option to add a cube map image and then upload the orientation wise images here. So I'm not going to do that now, and that's all about the scene settings of WPVR. Now let's move on to the next one. Now you can add hotspots here. So in the scene 1 option, I have already added a hotspot here. You can see that says bed, right? And in the scene 2, I haven't added any hotspots here. So what I'm going to do is show you the advanced options we have in the pro version. So I've already shown you how to add the hotspot in the free version, right? So here you can add custom icons in the pro version. So let's say I want to add this custom icon to, let's say, this couch, or you can specifically add couch custom icons as well. Then you can change the background color of the hotspot. You can do that with the red color, let's say. Then you can change the custom icon color. So I have to keep it white. Let's say I want to keep it dark red. Then I can add the hotspot animation. Then I can edit the hotspot shape. Then if I want, I can add a border as well. Let's show it in the front end. So this was my tour. Let me add a scene type hotspot. So let's say from this option, users can go to the next scene. So I'm going to add another hotspot here. Then I will change it as scene type. Then I'm going to add it as next room. Then I have to add a target scene from the list. So the next scene, let's add an icon, arrow, and let's customize the color as red and white. So let's update this, then go back and refresh this. Since I've added it as password, let's say enter this, and that's how the tour looks, right? So you can see that the scene type hotspot has appeared. Now if I click on this, this takes me to this room. Now let's go back and let's see the hotspot. You can see that in this tour, the hotspot hasn't appeared because I haven't added it as a hotspot ID yet. So let's ID this as couch. Then I have to select the pitch and yaw here. And the other options I have added has appeared here. So let's say I want to add it as couch and update this. So let's go back, refresh this. Then let's go to the next room, and you can see that the couch hotspot has appeared. If I hover over this, the content that I added appears as well. So that's how easy it is to add the hotspot type and customize it with your branding colors. Now I'm going to show you the tour settings from here. So if I go to the settings option here, you will see we have new tour layouts. Now I've already created a specific tutorial for this. You can check it out from the card. Now I'm going to show you how it looks in the front end only. So if I click on the modern, so basically this is how it looks in the front end. So to enable this, I have to go to the control buttons here. Then I have to enable these options from here. Let's say zoom in, zoom out. You can also update the colors from here, full screen, home button, and update this. So once you do that and you have the modern layout selected, you can click on apply style and you will see the style will be applied. And if I cross this and update this, this should come here automatically. So you can see that the navigation layout options has updated its designs, and now it looks very trendy, right? So let's go back to the tour. Then we have the scene fade duration that I've already shown you. I've shown you these options as well. So in this pro version, you get generic form to add. You can add a form shortcode here. Then you can add a call to action button here. So a button will appear under your tour option here. So let's say .rextheme.com. And then you can add the button style from here. I'm not going to do that for now. Then we also have another option called scene transition. So if you enable this, and let's say you add an option circle crop and update this, let me show you in the front end. If I refresh this, you can see that the scene transitions appear, and there's a button here as well that I've added in the back end. Then we have some advanced options here, which is mouse drag control, zoom control, keyboard control. You can add gyroscope feature here. You can add a compass. You can add scene galleries. You can add scene navigation menu. You can add tour background music so that the tour doesn't become so boring to your users. Then you can add an explainer video. You can add the iframe code of your YouTube video from here. Then you can add your company information with a logo and company details. That's going to increase your branding. Then you can add some zoom preferences here as well. And I've already shown you the control buttons, and basically that's how the settings option works for each tour. Now let's go to the features like floor plans and background tours. So in the floor plan feature, you can enable this and you can upload a specific image. So let's say this is my floor plan. I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to add some pointers here. So let's say I want to add this pointer here. All right, preview this. Then you can add pointers from this option. Then you have to select a scene. So let's say you want to go to the next scene using the floor plan. So once you do that, you can just simply update it, and the floor plan will appear on the front end. So here you can go to the next scene using this pointer. Then let's go back and let me show you the next option, that's background tour. So if you enable a background tour, you can add a subtitle and title. So let's say this is a virtual tour. So if you update this, let's refresh this, and you can see that this is a title that I have added in the front end, right? So you can disable this whenever you want. Then we have the street view. You can publish the Google Street View and embed it here. So I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to add the link to the documentation in the description. Then you can export this specific tour as well. So let's go back and let me show you some of the main settings option that we have in WPVR. Now let's go back to the tour that we have created before, and in the settings tab you'll see an option to use the Embed Addon, and here you'll get an iframe code. So if you copy this and paste this any of the WordPress sites or even outside of WordPress, this specific tour will load and your users will be able to enjoy it. And we have the share your tour, which is social media share option, and we have the QR code option to share your tour as well. So for these three, you have to use the Embed Addon that we have available on the agency plan. Now, if you have any question regarding it, feel free to reach us and we'll give you your desired answers. And we also have other two add-ons, and I've added the link to the description box of their documentation so that you can go ahead and check them out. Now I'm going to go to the settings option here. So here you can see that you got two options. The first one is general settings and the second one is import. So in the settings option, you see that there are options to allow editors of your site to create, edit, update, and delete virtual tours. And they can also access other users' tours. So you can enable this option. Then you can enable your authors to do that as well. So you only have to enable or disable this option according to your needs. Then you can disable the font type from WPVR. Then we have the mobile media resizer. So this is pretty important for VR users. So virtual tours should be resized according to your smartphones that you're using. So you can do that. And by default, we have enabled the option disable WordPress large image handler. So basically images are pretty big, right? So WordPress uses a large image handler to compress the images so that your website doesn't get overloaded with too much media. So for WPVR, you need to disable this to make your tour more attractive and better quality. So we have enabled this option by default. Then we have the disable on hover content for mobile. So basically for the smartphone, we rely on touch, right? So for this, you have to disable this so that your users get a better experience on mobile. Then we have some script and JS control options. You can enable this. Then we have a front-end notice for mobile visitors. So this says to flip the user's phone so that the mobile visitors can enjoy your tour more with a better experience. So then we have the VR class support. You can enable this. Then we have the option to JPEG and PNG format image to WebP on media upload. So basically if you upload any JPEG or PNG image, it will be changed to the WebP so that the tour quality gets better without any problem. So basically WebP images are compressed, but it keeps the quality of the image better. So you can enable this option as well. And if you have an issue with a new update, you can always roll back to the previous versions. And with the import option, you can import a virtual tour from another site to this specific site. So this is pretty easy. And in the setup wizard option, you can go through the setup wizard whenever you want. If you miss any of the option to edit, or if you don't understand any specific feature here. So that's an overall overview of WPVR for today. We have 3 more add-ons in WPVR. The first one is Embed Addon. Then we have the WooCommerce add-on. Then we have the Fluent Form add-on. So for the Embed Addon, you have to buy the agency plan and you can share your virtual tours outside of WordPress as well. I'm going to show you that real quick. So that's all for today. I'm sure you've gotten an overview how WPVR works and how you can use this plugin for your industry. Try out our plugin and reach us in support if you have any questions regarding this. You can test the free version first and then move on to pro version if you're happy with it. So I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care.